everyone, so I'm going to do a weight loss update for you today. I think Fridays for the most part probably will just be purely like weight loss update, because I spend so much time at work and then John normally gets home early on a Friday anyway. My start weight on the 4th of September, I was 13 stone, 4 pounds and 4 ounces, and then I've missed a week unfortunately. On the 16th of June I was 11 stone, 10 pounds and 8 ounces, and then I haven't done a weight loss update in 2 weeks. For the last 2 weekends, probably haven't had the best Saturday nights / Saturday night, and one weekend it was a Sunday night. That's fine. There's no point in kind of getting all upset about it. I'd rather just look ahead and think, you know, I've got no excuse to do that again anytime soon. So it wasn't the best. I had my period as well like 2 weeks ago. So when I weighed myself yesterday, I was 11 stone, 9 pounds and 2 ounces. So I was really happy about that, and I've been losing weight quite like nicely doing the intermittent fasting. But then when I weighed myself this morning, I was 11 stone and 10 pounds. So I've lost half a pound, which, to be honest with you, I am happy with anything that I lose. It's always a kind of positive in my head anyway. I don't want to, every single time I put on weight, I do feel like I say like, oh, I felt really bloated and things like that. And if I say it, then that's obviously how I was feeling at the time. And it is frustrating, the fact that, you know, I don't feel like I'm very consistent with the times I weigh myself and also the times that I'm eating. That can really have an effect on your body, especially like your weight and things like that. So I really want to make more of a conscious effort to be consistent. Consistency is so important when you're trying to lose weight, and it's definitely going to be a major factor why you're not losing weight. And, you know, I feel like I've shown that where, and you know, the way I talk about like you're good in the week and then you're bad at the weekend, that's not being consistent. So yeah, that's my weight. Like I said, I'm happy about it though. Although looking at the pictures this week in particular, I feel really happy with the pictures. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like the changes that I see in the pictures make me really happy. So I'm not going to kind of dwell on it too much. I've got another week, I've got plenty of time. So I'll go through the pictures quickly now with you. So I've got the front picture here. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say apart from, you know, the changes that I've made in my like stomach area definitely has made a huge impact on how I've been feeling. I do feel a lot more confident. I wouldn't go out with like my stomach out or anything like that, but just wearing more tightly fitted clothes isn't like a really scary thing for me. And I'm really looking forward to just more fat coming off that area. I definitely lose weight from my head down, so like I've mentioned a few times, I feel like my legs, sometimes I see changes and sometimes I don't. I do think overall they've slimmed down, and I feel like they have, especially when like I'm standing up and, you know, I crouch down, when I bend my legs, I don't feel like they're as wide as what they used to be, which is always a positive. And then the side picture this week, I was a bit like, wow, I really am happy about that. I think the intermittent fasting does help with the majority of bloating. You will still get it. Last night I didn't go to the gym fairly late, but I drink so much water when I go to the gym, and I don't drink a lot during the day. And the thing is, my body obviously, you know, is not used to digesting so much water, so it will store it. Whereas I want it to like digest it and kind of get rid of it. So that's why another part of being consistent is, you know, like don't just all of a sudden drink loads of water every once in a while. You know, you should be consistent throughout the day. So I definitely need to focus more on fluid in general intake, because I'm so bad when it comes to drinking. I do occasionally still have like Diet Coke. I think I've shown it quite a few times, which, you know, I know there's a lot of debate about like fizzy drinks in general, especially when it comes to like diet fizzy drinks. So I do want to start being more careful with that as well. And then the back picture, you know, I think it shows with the sports bra. The sports bra, you can kind of see in my before picture that it's like really tight on there. It's kind of shrinked down a bit where my fat's just kind of like shrinking it down, whereas in the after picture it definitely looks a lot better. You know, the shorts aren't as tight, which is always a bonus. So yeah, so there are all the pictures. So something that I wanted to do that I thought would kind of show how much weight I've lost in a physical sense is to compare my measurements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure myself, and then I'm going to like stretch the measuring, you know, like open it more to where I was when I begun this, just so I can show you a little bit better as to what I was. So I'm going to move the camera around and then I will show you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my chest. When I first started this in September, my chest was 42.5 inches. So I'll do my current chest measurement now. Bearing in mind I've got like layers on, I didn't have as many layers on when I did it initially. I will do some new measurements next week, the first Friday. So I am now 38 inches, and if I stretch that to 42.5 inches, so that was my chest when I first started. That is pretty insane. It's funny to think about it like that, because to be honest with you, I would never imagine, and obviously that's not just like I had larger boobs and now I don't. I would have had a lot of fat on my back, on the sides as well, which I have obviously lost. I've got quite a tight top on, so hopefully it will be better for doing like my waist and my hips and things like that. So my waist was 36 inches when I started it. So my waist now is about 31 inches. It does fluctuate a lot throughout the day, but that's okay. And then, so it was 36 inches. So that, so that was my waist when I first started, which is just, again, it is insane how much like fat you can lose just by losing a couple of stone. And then my hips when I first started were 45 inches, which is insane. I'm gonna like roll my trousers down so the top is just around my hips, but it's probably gonna be very unflattering. Like I said, my hips were at 45 inches and they are now 38 inches. So if I move that up to 45, this has probably been the biggest change in my body. Like, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell from the pictures how much difference it is. I always thought it would have been my waist has made the biggest difference, but to be honest with you, doing it like this, like Brooke could probably fit in there with the amount of weight that I've actually lost. So yeah, that is pretty insane. I've also done my thigh, my upper arm and my bum as well. So I'm gonna move the camera down. Right, so hopefully you can see I've got black trousers on. So I did like the uppermost part of my thigh. When I started it, it was 26 inches, which is the size of some people's waist, which is just unreal. And it is now 24 inches. So not a huge difference. I've lost 2 inches off my thighs, which I walk that way, which is a good amount. I'm happy about that. And then with my sort of bum area, that was 46 inches. And I feel like my bum kind of went down, but then where I've been working it out, it went up again. So it is now currently 42 inches, so 46 inches. So my bum was all the way out here. My upper arm, I think I've lost the least from. It was 12.5 inches, and it is now 12 inches. So not a huge amount, just a little bit, but to be honest with you, I still have a fair amount of fat. I do feel like I've gained a decent amount of muscle on my arm as well, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, I just thought that would be a little bit of a different way to show my weight loss, and maybe like once every couple of months I'll do something like that just to kind of get a better gauge. But I think, you know, it definitely makes me feel a lot more positive, a lot more motivated. I was just looking online at like courses and stuff like that, like nutrition courses and like health and fitness courses. And there's a website called alison.co.uk, and it has loads of like online free courses, and it gives you like an assessment. You get a certificate to say you completed it. And I'm doing one which is all about metabolism and like macronutrients. I've done a couple of units on it already, and it is really, really interesting. And I think the good thing about it is it's kind of a lot of it is stuff that I already know and I've already looked into, but it's giving it a lot more in like science terms, and it's a lot more understandable. It makes so much more sense as to why weightlifting is such a, you know, amazing exercise to do for weight loss. So if you want me to, once I finish the course, I can go through like the key points that I feel like I've learned and how I'm going to implement them into my lifestyle, because I do think that it might make me make like tweaks and changes here and there. So that is everything for today. I will be back on Monday with more like daily videos. If there's anything you want to see, anything you want me to talk about, if you want me to do like food ideas, like recipes and things like that, then please do let me know. I definitely think that I'm going more into this week with a bit more of a positive like outlook. I think last week I just wasn't exactly feeling myself, which can, you know, not be nice when it comes to like trying to lose weight. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on Tuesday for Monday's video. Bye.